Hi there, welcome to Canvas Studio Part 1. My name is Brian Palmer, one of the lead instructional designers here at San Diego College of Continuing Education. I'm super excited and thrilled to have you here. I know from the feedback that we have received and the amount of attendees taking this class that you're eager to learn about this topic as well. I will tell you that Canvas Studio is probably one of the best features, in my opinion, that's been embedded into Canvas for instructors to use and for students, right, to interact. So I want to dive right into this. Let's take a look at what we're going to cover. Okay, so we're going to really focus on 5 main topics in this first part of this video. We're going to define what Canvas Studio is. We are going to look at the methods that we are able to access Canvas Studio from actually our Canvas classes. I'm going to show you how to add video into Canvas from external sources. I will then work on how to show you the method to create screen captures and to create webcam videos, and actually a combination of the two together. And then we will talk about content pages and how you embed this video. I will also throw in some tips and tricks along the way as far as organization of these videos and other little tidbits that I've learned over time. In the second part, we'll get deeper into Canvas Studio, and I want to make sure that this video series is set up so that you have a reference point for the future. All right, so Canvas Studio, to start out with, is basically an interface that's used to create videos or record videos that can be done either from a webcam or from a screencast point of view. The nice feature about it that I think is really important is the ease of use, because it's integrated into Canvas itself, where if you're using some of the higher end products out there to create videos, there's a lot of transferring of files, folders, and media to get everything to come together. Canvas Studio features include the ability to create screen captures, webcam video, or a combination of the both. We can also use it to upload existing video that you may have taken via your phone, or any other video that you can transfer onto your computer. We can upload if it's a certain file format. Studio comes with a really nice set of tools for adding captions. So captions are very easily done, which makes this an ideal format for us as educators online. The Studio also supports many video and audio file formats that can be used with as well with YouTube that's out there. So we'll show you how to actually bring videos in from YouTube if you have something out there that you like. We'll also talk about how users can make comments at specific points on the media timelines. We can prompt that and encourage discussions. I actually have even used it as a discussion question format where students can see each other. Files can be tagged with keywords for us so that we're able to quickly find them. It has a really nice organizing setup built inside of Canvas. Another really nice feature that we also include with Canvas Studio is the ability to share the files with different courses that we're teaching. So once a video is created, we can use it in multiple classes. We can share it with specific users, or we can even put it up publicly. So if you want to share it within your department with other instructors, you can do that as well. File owners can view analytics, right, of these videos too, which is really nice because you can see if people are actually watching your videos, watching the whole portion of it. This is a really nice feature that's built in. You get kind of some feedback on the interaction with students and peers. The students can also have submissions of studio media files that can be viewed and graded in SpeedGrader. You can also give feedback in SpeedGrader using Canvas Studio. Other really nice thing about this is when we look at the different interfaces that students are using, a lot of them are on mobile devices, right? Cell phones. And so if they're on a cell phone or a tablet, Canvas Studio works perfectly with it. I've had some situations where I had students go out and do inspections on certain items and actually record themselves doing it and submit it as homework. It has worked out excellent. We also have the ability to build quizzes into video. And you may be asking yourself, well, why would that be important? Well, some of our students aren't able to attend class, and if they're not able to attend class, how do you as an instructor know that they're actually watching your lecture or your material? With Canvas Studio, we can embed some quizzes that can actually integrate with our speed grader as well, and you can actually verify that students are watching the material. So I really like all of these features so far that we have mentioned talking about Canvas Studio. There is a lot of other versatility with this program. Really, you just have to get creative in your mind, and as you see things or come up with ideas, you can really begin to manipulate this or leverage this tool as an instructor to really engage our students, which I think is really important with the online atmosphere that we're trying to teach in. Okay, so let's start out with how we access Canvas Studio. So basically we have three different areas. The first one would be the global navigation bar that you'll find on your main Canvas board when you log in. And you'll see the studio icon to the left here. Now if I click on that, it will open up and show you all of the Canvas media that I've created. Now this is the main house for everything. This would probably be the one where you get the most versatility. You can see all of your videos. I've created in some cases here material that you can see that's been put in folders that we'll go over. Once I access this one, you'll see all these different videos that I've got embedded. So if you had multiple different classes that you were teaching, maybe different levels of ESL or a business course or so forth, you could make a folder for them and then keep all those videos in a tidy spot. So that's the global navigation. So I'm going to come back to our main dashboard. The second place that we can access Canvas Studio is from our actual course. So for example, I'm going to hop into our class currently right now, and on the left hand side we have the Canvas navigation menu on the left hand side. If you look down here, if I scroll to the bottom there a little bit, you'll see Studio. And I'm going to show you real quick why we're here. If you click under Settings, and I was to go under the Navigation tab right here, I can actually go down here and grab Studio, and you can move this up the ladder. So I might put this up in maybe the second spot, right? And then all I do from there is hit Save. And now you'll see that Studio now is moved. So you can always order these Canvas icons. Now, if I click on this Studio icon here, it'll open this up and you'll see that I haven't actually put any videos into this particular course. So when you're in Canvas, a Canvas class, you're only able to access the Studio videos that are there. Now I can add videos directly here and I can record videos directly here, but I can't see all of the videos that are available. So just something to kind of keep in mind when you're working your way through this. Now remember, the users, as a user, you can upload and manage the media files at any time, and that you are actually considered the media owner of any media that you put in this. So you have the most control over what you want to do. You can manage all the settings and functionality, including some of the user settings and analytics as the main person putting the video into your content. So the last one, let me go back to our home page here. is if we were actually in a course. So let's just go to a course here. I'm going to open up the modules, for example, and I'm just going to scroll down here to the bottom. And let's say here I wanted to add a page. So I'm going to add whatever, a page of some sort, makes no difference, page. I'm just going to put in here, I'm going to create a new page. We'll call this the Canvas Studio, Test 1. How's that sound, right? That's just the page name, like you'd make any page. Then once I have that, I can open up the Canvas Studio test page. And if I click on the edit button in here, you'll see now we're in the rich content editor. So that's the third spot, the rich content editor. So if it's your first time using Canvas Studio, you may have to go in under this little icon plug to start with, right? And you'll see that I have Canvas Studio and YouTube already listed. You may not see that. So you'll have to click on View All, and then that will open up this window. And then you'll have to find the app that you're looking for. You know, if you're using YouTube or Vimeo or some of these others, you just click on that and it will add it to that list. And then the next time you go in there, it'll be a drop-down menu. So I'm going to close this out real quick. You're seeing videos that I've uploaded into my main global course. So if I go here and I click on Canvas Studio, then it will open up my videos that I currently have. Now what you can see here is it's got all of my videos that I can see in the global, so I can select one and embed it here. Or if you look at the top, I could actually record a new video, or I could click on this add button. All right, and the add button would allow me to either upload files directly from my computer or potentially add a YouTube video. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there so we don't get too deep into it, but basically that's how we would do the three areas. So let me just go over that once more. You've got the global navigation on the far left, you've got the Canvas navigation right here, and then you've got the rich content editor. So any place that you have the rich content editor available to you, you are able to utilize Canvas Studio in any form really that you want. You can add in any videos or directions that you care to do. So any place that has a rich content editor, you can use Canvas Studio. Okay, so now we're going to focus on adding video. So in this lesson, the method that we add the video between the global Canvas and then the rich content editor is pretty much the same. I want you though to focus on what I'm saying, that we are only adding video, which means we're really doing one of two things. We're either adding a video that we already have, maybe from a file on our computer, we shot something on our cellular phone and transferred it to our computer, any videos that you have an actual file for that are actually on your computer, or we would be adding a video from YouTube. And YouTube is the only one currently supported as far as integration with Canvas Studio. So let's take a look here. We're going to go on the left-hand side under Studio on our global. We'll start here first. And then on this page, you'll see all of the tiles that are there from previously added videos, but we're going to add something new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the add button in the top right, and then you'll see our choices here. I could actually do a YouTube video or an actual file. So in this case, I'm going to just browse my folder since I've already got a video set up for us. I've got it on our desktop. I've got it under my Canvas Studio project, and I'm going to add this video right here, and I'm going to hit open. And then you'll see that it takes a few seconds to upload. It's not a very long process. And this is just uploading the video from my PC to Canvas Studio. And the reason that we want to do that is now, once that video is uploaded and embedded, then we can work with it. We can do a lot of different things with the video once it's in there, and we can use it throughout all of our Canvas courses that we have. So it's a nice little library that you're creating. So any of you that have used YouTube are probably familiar with you know, the way it's laid out with the tiles, and you can kind of search for a topic that you're interested in. You can save favorites and so forth. It's very similar here. So you can see the progress bar has already pretty much completed. And then it will take a few seconds. You'll see once it goes in, it processes it. There will be this little wheel that comes up. Oh, there it is. It actually didn't even come up. It was so fast. This is a very short video. So now if we were to go in here and I clicked view, there's the video from my computer that's on here. I just hit play. You can see it. Not very exciting. I was taking a video of a forklift. Okay, so there's the video, right? Now let's say, now that the video is there, let's go back to our dashboard. I'm going to go back to our class that we're in, just so you can see kind of how it functions, how it embeds itself. And now if I went under Studio here, for the Canvas navigation bar, you'll see I still don't have anything here, do I? So I would have to go under this add button again, and I could add the video directly here, right, and upload the media. Or what you could do is you wouldn't even have to go through that much trouble. Let's go back under our modules. Remember, we created that page in the prior lesson. Let's scroll down to that page. Go here under Canvas Studio Test 1. We're going to edit. Let's say this is where we want to put that video. We'll click on this little plugin guy right here, which is what Canvas Studio is, a plugin. We're going to click there. And then you'll see this guy open up and load. Oh, there's our video that we just uploaded. So if I hit select, it'll open up this window. Now, it'll give you a couple of options. The first option for the embed is to allow commenting. So if I want students to be able to comment on the topic, I could leave that checked or unchecked. And then, do I want to allow them to download this video? You know, people that maybe are downloading it that are going to be without internet in a remote area, maybe this is a good option, especially if they're going away for a weekend. This would be a good feature. Totally up to you. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to hit embed here. And it takes a second and it's already there. Now if I scroll in here, there's my video embedded in my page. If I hit save, you'll now be able to see my test page, and there's our video. And you could simply click play to watch that video in your in the page that you've created, right? Just a couple of notes here real quick. There is a section here to subscribe to comments so that you're alerted to it. And then insights is where you'll be able to see who's actually looking at the video, the analytics of it. The details button tells you kind of who owns it, who is the media creator. You can edit some details. You can change the title and the name here if you want. And then captions, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on. There's no spoken words in this particular video, but there's a little bit more to captioning, and we'll talk about that, the different processes that you can do it. So now, though, let's go back to the Canvas navigation. And now if I click on Studio, yeah, okay, there it is, right? So now I've added it into a page. So the course now says, hey, that video is part of this course. And if I go back to the global navigation version of Studio, right, it's still there. It always stays in that kind of home place for this. Okay, so let's watch what happens here. Let's say I want to delete this video. We delete that media. Now it's gone. Let's go back into our classroom and let's see what's happened there once we've deleted it in our main course. And if I go here under Studio, the video still lives there. So if you delete it in the global, it stays in there for us, so you don't lose it. So it's kind of a nice little backup in case you accidentally deleted it. But usually you would keep everything in a main hub in your global navigation. And if I want to get rid of that video, let's say I've inserted it, made a mistake, and I think this is one of the big things that a lot of people always ask me. I know for myself it is, because I make mistakes. Let's go under that module again, or that page that we created. I'm going to the modules and just get down to it. Hop in here and hit the edit button. Click on the picture, right, which wants to make it. Move my cursor to the left. Right there, and I just hit back, delete, and it'll, gotta get it on the right side here. There it goes. And now it's deleted and I can save it. And now I don't have the video in there. Okay, so that's how we would add files if you took a video with your camera, or especially if you didn't have a webcam. But you could do it with a webcam, right? If you had a webcam on your computer, you could take a video of yourself and then add it in there. We'll talk about how to do that later on as well. Now let's go look at YouTube. Let's move on here a little bit. I've already loaded the YouTube in my tab here in the back screen. You can see that I've got some San Diego college videos for us. Let's look at this one. Let's say we wanted to look at the photography program down at City College that we really liked. I'm going to pause this for a minute. Let's say, hey, I really like this, right? And it may have closed captions or not. Now that's important to note. What you can see right here.
Very advanced.
Okay. So if this one had closed captioning, I just want you to keep that in mind, because later on I'm going to show you a trick for being able to bring over closed captions for YouTube videos, which do not automatically transfer. So the very first thing I want to do is I'm going to hit click on this share button. And then I get this YouTube video button link here that most of you are probably familiar with if you've embedded any videos in your class. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to bring it over to Canvas Studio. I'm going to click on Studio here again on our global navigation. I'm going to click on the Add button, but this time instead of uploading the file, I'm going to paste the URL right here. Click Add, and you'll see it puts it right in here. Now if I click on this, in Studio, there's our video, right? Now, again, the same process if you want to add that video to your page in a certain class, you want to use it somewhere. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, why would I bring a YouTube video over to Canvas Studio, right? Because you probably have been embedding them in your class. Well, the biggest reason I would see it is if you had a very good video of some sort, we're later able to create quizzes. Let's say you want to really inquire with the student, hey, what do you think about what this author said here? Or what do you think about this video? Or whatever the prompts may be, maybe you want to make a quiz out of it, right? You can do that. So just wanted to make sure that I pointed that out to you. On here, again, you have the same options here. You will notice with the captions, and again, we're going to get into captions in the second portion, that it's not able to just auto-generate captions. I don't know why that feature has not been collaborated on. Maybe in the future we'll see that change. But I will show you a method to upload closed captions. So basically, just to recap, if I want to add a video that is on my computer, all of that really starts here at the ground base of my global navigation bar, or within the rich content editor in any of the applications within Canvas that have a rich content editor. I can add video. And then this is the global, and if it's in my global, it's going to be there and found in the other items. And if I want to add a video from YouTube, same process, under that add button, just going to make the change to put the URL in there for it, right? And then later on, we'll be able to work with that if we want to alter it into some kind of quiz. Okay, so hopefully that clarifies how we add video, and then we'll move on from there. Okay, so let's take a look now at how we actually create some videos. And so there's really a couple of formats here that we need to distinguish between. So I'm going to go under the global button again and hit Studio. And here, instead of using that add button, now we're going to be focused on the record button that's here. So the record button, oh, sorry, I scrolled a little bit. When I hit record, it's going to give me an option here. I can get a screen capture or a web capture. So a screen capture is going to capture everything that's on our screen. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to click screen capture. And then it'll give me this little warning here, right? I'm going to hit it OK. And if it's your first time using it, it may actually want to download the program. That's okay. Just go ahead and hit yes. Now you'll see on here that a couple of things are going on. I get the choice again to choose between the screen, webcam, or both. You'll see that right here in the middle. We're going to talk about what those do in just a second. The first thing I want to draw your attention to, though, is you see this line that's around the outside. Now, this is the capture area. Everything that's inside that box is what we're going to capture. So let's say I want to capture the full width of my screen. I can actually pull this like here, and I can actually drag some of these little bars. I can drag this and make it the size that I need it to be. That's one method of adjusting our size, for example, right? And then it'll capture everything that's on our desktop. Or sometimes if you have notes on one side of your screen, maybe you only want to capture one half of it, and that would be okay as well. You'll also notice down here that there's a size button icon. So in the size, it's got some defaults for 480 pixels, 720, 1080, and then full screen. And if you click on this, it'll automatically adjust the size of that box. So you can see what that does right here. Here's 1080, right? And that gets us up bigger. And then if I go to full screen, then it's the full outside width. You can't even see the lines because it's on the outside of my screen. But usually I would tend to keep my try to keep any distractions, away from the video. So I would usually pull it inside of that area, something like this. Okay, now as far as narration goes, you can see here they got the microphone, and you can see this bar moving. Always a good idea to test your sound. Nothing like recording a video and then finding out that you don't have any sound, right? So on here, if you have multiple mics, you can actually go in here. I've got a number of different mics that I use for various projects, and you can choose which mic that is. I'm going to leave mine alone right now. You can see it's testing the mic that I'm on, and it'll auto adjust everything and set that up for you. It'll actually give you a record button. You can test it and make sure it's working. So that's all good. And then computer audio. So do I want it to record the computer sounds? So again, you have to have kind of an idea in your head of what you're trying to make a video of. If you were trying to screen capture a video or a portion of a video or something, you may want the computer audio. Often I don't use any computer audio because I'm myself usually the computer audio, I hope. Okay, so that's the screen capture, right? So that you'll see a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to do things, but this works out extremely beneficial for our students, especially those that are new to the online format. You can make a really quick video, fast, probably within 5 minutes, showing them where to click and open and navigate. I've used this process to show students how to create folders on their desktops and then how to drop files into those folders, because some of our students very simply don't know how to do this. And it's a great way to send it over to them with the actual visual and audible description. Okay, our next option here along the top, again, is a webcam. We can do the webcam. If I click webcam, you're going to see a picture of me real quick. There I am in my office working this weekend. So you can see there that you can get a video. Now this is just me, right? I can do, this would be a great method for doing your introduction videos. Hi, I'm Brian Palmer. I'm going to be your teacher for the semester, and whatever you want to do with it. So this is a great way to do those introductory videos on those home pages that you're seeing a lot of people do. And then one of probably by far the favorite is this both application. Now watch what happens. I'm going to hit both. And both does something very cool. It keeps a little icon of me with the presentation that I'm capturing. So for example, some people find it really engaging with students, and I actually am using this function in Zoom as well. But if you have a PowerPoint presentation, you can do the lecture right here, and the student can visually see the instructor, so they're not just staring at a screen. You can move this picture around. You can set it wherever you want of yourself. You can make yourself bigger if you want in there. You can make yourself non-existent. I can make myself in the corner. And so that's usually, I usually keep myself down here in the bottom. That's usually, I say generally speaking, that's where the majority of this is when we're doing these types of videos. And we'll talk a little bit more about how you can use this. Now, the next thing to see on here, there's a preference tab that you can click on. There's some things in here if you want to add hotkeys. But I don't want to get you guys off kilter here. Most of this stuff you should be able just to leave alone just to get started. But there's in here you can actually make it so you can set hotkeys to kick the videos on and off. And then so here we are. I'm going to leave it right there. Now I think we talked about making a video and doing a screencast and doing a webcam video, right? And you can kind of see that they're all really the same thing. It's however you want to set it up. If you just want to capture the screen and narrate, you can. If you want to do a webcam of just yourself and you want to have it, you can, where it just sees you and you're talking to your audience. Or if you want both, like I have it set up right now, where you can see actually this desktop of my computer and then a picture of me in the bottom right. And just to give you an idea of what this might look like if I was to open up, like there's a PowerPoint that I'm working on for this class, right? So there's a presentation behind here. You can see now I could blow that up. I could put myself over here somehow in this guy. And then I've got my FaceTime, make sure I got the right camera on. And then I could record from there. So let's just do a little demo of this. I'm going to go ahead and hit, also the last thing I should mention, there are tools here if you want to draw while you're giving a lesson, right? Or you want to add a comment. So you can add arrows and so forth when you're going in here, pointers, capture the cursor while you're drawing, different things like that. Again, though, I just want to get you the basics of how to get a video set up. So that's one thing, and then I'm going to turn this off. And here we go. So you see the record button. We go ahead and we hit record. It'll give you the countdown. Boom, here we are. And now it is actually recording me as we are sitting in this little discussion. Now you'll notice I don't have my picture on, and that's because I didn't set up the right setting there when I started. So I can pause this really quick, right? And then see I have the webcam here, but I believe what's going on, I'm using the webcam to shoot this video. So it's probably having some trouble giving you both the cameras right now. So anyways, that would allow us, you can see I clicked on here because I got the editing tools open. You could record things, you can make lines, oval boxes. I could circle something on this screen if I wanted to, make a circle. It can be very interactive. I can draw lines. I can move these around. So you'll have to play with the tools a little bit here to understand. I can erase these as well as I'm going through. But this is a pretty cool feature. Now, I'm only making this quick little short video. These could be much more extensive. I'm going to hit done. And when I hit done, it gives us the chance to give this a title. So I could go in here. I could go, hey, this is my test video for our class. I could give it a description, and then I can upload it. Now, a couple of things to notice here. At the bottom, this bar at the bottom is called a timeline. That timeline is where we can clip, we could cut this off. Let's say I didn't like a certain portion, I just wanted to record from a certain area. I could close that off like this, and I could snip off the beginning, especially usually when you first start the video, there's a little bit of a pause, right? The other option here, you hit edit. You can edit the recording, and this gives you a lot of options to go in here. You can create transitions. You know, that's where you kind of swipe between the two different screens. You can also decide if you want the cursor to be highlighted in the video when you're moving it around. So if I was to play this, actually recording me as we are. And I don't think I'm not sure if I move my little discussion. Now you'll notice there's my cursor. See it lit up. And that's because I didn't. So if I turn this off, I could do that, right? And that would turn off that yellow dot that you see there where it's following my cursor around. So that's kind of cool. Also here on the tools, there's lots of different functions as far as video editing. You can cut things, you can take out the volume, you can control the volume, you can put in, speed up certain sections of it, all kinds of different options here to be done. And then you hit done. And at this point, we just hit upload. And you'll see that it takes a few seconds for it to upload the video. Obviously, the longer the video, the more time it would take to do this. Hit continue. And now I'm going to go ahead and open up our page here real quick. Whatever I have done with it somewhere's here. Oh, there it is. My bad. So here's our video, and then you can see there's our test video, right? Right here on our screen. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this. It is actually recording me as we are sitting in this little discussion. Now you'll notice I don't have my picture on, and that's because I didn't set up the right. So once you've done that, right? You've now got the video. This is the volume, the speed that it's playing back. This is the comment section, media quality. We can go in here. We can tell it what kind of format we want it to play back at. This makes it bigger. And then this is pretty much, and then the share buttons. We'll get into that a little bit later on as well. So that's how you make a video. But the one thing you might have noticed though, right? It didn't have me in the picture, which was kind of a bummer. But that's only because I'm trying to shoot a video with you guys. If I had turned that on, that webcam would have come on. I've just got my cameras busy on my computer right now staring at me. So let's go back through that once more. Let's try the other function. I'm gonna hit record. Let's do a webcam capture this time. So now this is looking for a camera. It's got the wrong camera right now. I'm gonna switch it over. You're gonna see me again. Here I am, right? And then if I was to hit start recording, it's now just capturing my picture. Hi, welcome to my class on Canvas Studio. I'm glad everyone is here. And then you hit finish. And you can give this a title. Again, I could say this is my Brian's intro video. And then I hit save. And now if I go back to my Canvas Studio again here, you can see there is my intro video. So this is my video that we just created right here. Hey. Capturing my picture. Hi, welcome to my class on Canvas Studio. Right, so there's that. And let's go back here once more. So in order to capture a video, the webcam would be solely if you just want to capture yourself, right? That would be great for introduction videos, introductions to modules. Maybe you want to like introduce, say, hey, welcome to week 2 or module 2. This week we'll be covering X, Y, and Z. It really adds a nice humanizing touch to our classes. Once more, I just want to make sure everyone gets it. We're using the record button. I will do the screen capture function again. I will hit OK. Constantly asks me that. It will pop up here with my little, there it is. I can record anything. I've got both of my cameras on. I got to check and make sure that I've got my cameras are fighting right now. There's the picture with me. And then I should be able to force that down in the bottom. And it should be not transparent. Again, I think it's just fighting, but you'll see this when you do it on your PC. This is my issue because I'm trying to record a class using a video capture tool. But here's where I would choose what I want to do. I can hit my settings here. I could go between webcam again, myself. You can switch during the video, like you can do part of it with you, and then part of a screen capture, and then part of you. You can just hit this record button and keep cycling and editing through that feature. Here's the screen function, and then there's the both function. Okay, and then we hit the record button, gives us the countdown, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my class today, right? You can work with your screen. This will just capture everything that's up there. When I'm done, I hit pause. And then from there, I can decide to continue recording, right? Let's say I wanted to continue recording, but now I captured my screen. Now I want to switch, right? So if I was to go under the, record tool, 3, 2, 1, there we go. It's recording again, another section of your screen, so you can set up, you can switch your stuff around, you can pause it again, right? You can go forward or backwards in that line. I could go over here, I could switch this and say, now I want to do I want to narrate. And now I go, I'll record again. It's going to give me the 3, 2, 1. Now you're seeing me. Hey, how's it going? All right, I hope you got that lesson, that you understand what I showed you. Then I stop it, and then I could switch back and forth all day long. I could run this as long as I want. When I feel like I'm done, I hit the done button, and that will pull up our editing tools. This is where we'll put the title in. We can redo certain portions. We can clip this down if I don't want or a certain portion of it. I can cut that out. Think of it as a long piece of video, and you're just cutting out certain portions, and you would be good to go. I'm not going to save this one for this time because we already got one video. I don't think there's any reason I'm going to cancel it. So it's going to discard that video for me, and that will not capture in my screen. I'm going to open up Google again. Here I am. There's the 2 videos that I've made, and I am able to view those. Now, I want to just throw a little tidbit in here. We'll get more into this. Under the captions icon, since I did speak in this one, it's a very short video. It's only 6 seconds. I have to select the language on the left-hand side, caption request. I select English. You cannot select a language that is different than the one being spoken. It's not quite that smart. You can't tell it that I want you to convert all my English into Spanish, for example. But here I could request English subtitles, hit request. It'll queue it. I suspect for a video like this, it will generate them very fast. And then it will add the closed captions to the video, and you are able to go in very similar to how we do it in YouTube and edit those, or in Zoom if you edit any of your closed captions. And it's about 85% correct, which is about as good as it gets without having some kind of human getting involved to deal with it. So this will stay queued for a little bit. We'll talk about this upload section in a later class. I'll go back to my studio. That'll sit there, run queued in the background. At some point, when you click on this, when the captions have been done, you'll be able to go over here. It's still queued. It hasn't processed yet. It usually doesn't take very long, but you'll see a little icon come up here. This is CC, and it just means that, hey, you got closed captions available. You just turn them on, and then they're available for your students. So I'm hoping that shows you how the basics of capturing a video, as far as if you want to record the screen or record, a webcam or like intro video for yourself. I think that covers the basics of it. You can also, just so everyone understands, if we were to go under the rich content editor or the global navigation, as we've spoken about before, this is the global, here's the canvas navigation. If I go under studio here, I can also record from this area as well, right? I can do the same thing. These features are available. I can record the video straight to the class. I could also go under the rich content editor, right, that we were in before with our test page that we made down here. If I went under the test page and I hit edit, and then Canvas Studio, it would give me this option. I could select the video that I just made, or I could record a video straight here. Okay. All right, so I think that kind of wraps up our videos as far as how we create one. That's very basic. I haven't got into a lot of the editing. I'm hopefully going to touch a little bit on that in some later lessons with you guys. Okay, thank you very much for watching.